Cauliflower McPug.
Oh, yeah.
Here he is.
Nice to see you, Ed. Oh, what's the hand? What's the hand, boy? What's the hand?
Cauliflower,
Yeah?
welcome to the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yeah, well, don't rub it in, boy. Don't rub it in.
Hey, talking about Washington, though, Gertrude and Heathcliff, see? They were talking, said, where did you go this summer? Said, oh, I had a nice vacation. I went back east. I went to Washington, D.C., and as I was flying over the Capitol, I said, this one's on the house.
My poor leading man, no one's going to recognize
They'll recognize you just a minute. They'll recognize you when I get through with them. There you are, sir. There you are.
Say, ladies and gentlemen, last week the camera that we used in a sketch didn't blow up. And when we start a joke, we want it to finish. What do you think?
I think it'll work.
You all don't think, see? In television, we don't think. We know.
I don't think we know either.
Yeah. Now, here's the man who built that thing, Sam, and it didn't work last week. Come in, Sam.
Red Skelton, a comedy scrapbook featuring classic Red Skelton characters, including Freddy the Freeloader, Clem Kadiddlehopper, Sheriff Deadeye, Cauliflower McPug, Willie Lump Lump, George Appleby, Bolivar Shagnasty, San Fernando Red, and many more. Richard Red Skelton. No other entertainer has ever combined so many diverse facets of American humor into one comic persona. From wisecracking top banana in burlesque to beloved clown and folk humorist. His more than half-century career has delighted generations with good-natured comedy. The life of a clown with the Hagenbeck and Wallace Circus around the turn of the century was hard. It meant very low pay and being away 9 months out of the year. But that's what Joe Skelton, Red's father, did. He married Ida Mae in 1905. They moved to this house in Vincennes, Indiana, and according to official records, Red was born on July 18, 1913. Tragically, Red's father died 2 months before Red was born. When Red was 12, he entertained in a traveling medicine show. 2 years later, at age 14, Red got a job on a showboat called the Cotton Blossom, replacing an entertainer who had just been shot to death in a dispute with a riverboat gambler. During the late 1920s, Red traveled the Midwest, performing in one show after another. In 1930, he finally landed a permanent job as the third banana in the Gaiety Burlesque Theater in Kansas City. Starting salary, $75 per week. And he met his first wife, Edna, who was working as an usherette at the theater. She not only became Red's wife, but his business manager and artistic collaborator. As the early 30s rolled on, the Depression deepened and a new phenomena arose, called a walkathon or dance marathon. The object was for couples to stay on the dance floor for days at a time, only taking short breaks. The last couple standing won a cash prize. People loved watching these events, but to ensure the crowd didn't get bored, comics were hired to entertain. Red landed a job at a walkathon, only to find out he had to be on stage almost as much as the contestants. But it was this grueling routine that sharpened Red's comic skills. By 1938, Red had established himself as a popular vaudeville act. Film producer Pandro Berman spotted Red performing on Broadway and flew him to Hollywood to appear in the RKO film Having a Wonderful Time, which starred Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Red was well received, but the picture was a flop. In August of '38, Skelton made his national radio debut on the top-rated Fleischman's Hour, hosted by singer Rudy Valley. Red was a hit and made 2 more guest appearances. It also helped push his own local Chicago radio show to the top of the ratings. Later that year, Red was back before the cameras in a Vitaphone short subject called Seeing Red. It featured Skelton doing some of his popular stage routines. By the early 40s, Red was a major headliner in vaudeville, and new routines like Guzzler's Gin were helping him to earn over $5,000 a week. The premise of Guzzler's Gin was that a radio announcer becomes drunk pitching the product.
No upsetting the nerves, no bad taste. It's a nice, smooth drink. Pour a little in your glass and drink it right down, but be sure and ask for Guzzler's Gin, a nice, smooth drink. dinner. Drink some before you won't have to eat any dinner.
In 1941, Red was back in Hollywood for good and completing his second feature for MGM, The People vs. Dr. Kildare. Between his radio career and movies, Red was enjoying the good life, so much so that he put on 40 pounds, which angered MGM mogul Louis B. Mayer, so much that he was quoted as saying, "We hired Red Skelton, not Oliver Hardy." Red got the message and shaped up to appear in the 1941 release Whistling in the Dark, a comedy mystery about a radio detective called The Fox, who also gets involved in real-life murder. Red's film career took off, and by 1942 he starred in Ship Ahoy, Maisie Gets Her Man, Panama Hattie, and Whistling in Dixie. By the early 40s, Red was knocking him dead on his own NBC radio show. Characters like Clem Kadiddlehopper, Cauliflower McPug, and the Mean Widow Kid became audience favorites. He also appeared in films like Dewberry Was a Lady, where he co-starred with another redhead, Lucille Ball. 1944 was an eventful year for Skelton. He divorced his wife Edna, got drafted into the Army, and married his second wife, Georgia Davis. After the war, Skelton returned to radio, and in 1946, The Ziegfeld Follies was released.
Ziegfeld Follies marks the beginning of a startling new era in the world of entertainment. The Ziegfeld Follies is music and magic, laughter, romance, and America's most beautiful girls. The Ziegfeld Follies is big beyond all comparison, spectacular beyond your most fantastic dreams. It is entertainment unequaled in the history of motion pictures, bringing to this theater the greatest assemblage of celebrated talent ever to appear in one show on stage or screen.
The film was actually shot in 1944, but released in 1946. In it, Red reprises his Guzzler's Gin routine, renamed for the movie When Television Comes. '48 saw the release of more Skelton films like the classic comedy The Fuller Brushman, A Southern Yankee, and Neptune's Daughter.
3 little words. Oh, what I'd give for that wonderful phrase.
In 1950, he starred in one of his biggest hits, 3 Little Words.
You don't like it, huh?
Sure. It's a nice little tune. You ought to do something with it sometime. You ought to do something with that shirt, too.
3 Little Words is a grand story, a true story, based on the lives and music of 2 of America's greatest songwriters, Kalmar and Ruby. Fred as Bert Kalmar, Red as Harry Ruby.
The ball took a bad hop. A bad hop. We go to rehearsal in 2 weeks. What am I going to tell Sam Harris? The ball took a bad hop? You'd be delighted. You and your baseball. Every time I turn around, you're playing baseball. That's for kids stuff.
Well, I suppose magic's for grown up.
And then we sat down and wrote, Who's sorry now?
Who's sorry now?
Who's sorry now?
And then we stood up and wrote,
So long, ooh long, how long you going to roam? Maybe I'll live a life of regret, and maybe I'll give much more than I get, but nevertheless I'm in love with you.
Later on in 1950, Red was also seen in Watch the Birdie and The Yellow Cabman. In 1951, television antennas were springing up all over America. Many of Red's contemporaries, like Milton Berle and Jack Benny, were enjoying success on TV. Earlier in 1949, Skelton had moved his radio program over to CBS and was being paid $10,000 per show. But he retained his rights to make a separate television deal, as he had done with his MGM film contract. So, in 1951, Red signed with NBC Television, reportedly for $5.5 million over 7 years. There was probably no other performer more ready for the weekly demands of television than Red Skelton.
Did you ever see the snappy office workers? You know, sometimes they always take 2 steps at a time. These guys. But the same guy one day sees a very beautiful girl, and he wants to make an impression with her, so he takes 3 steps at a time.
Movies to read by. Brought to you by Clem Kadiddlehopper, the used car dealer.
His popular radio characters like country bumpkin Clem Kadiddlehopper made an easy transition to TV.
Yes, sir. It's very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Now, we have some buys here tonight that really are buys, as I said before. Wait till I unveil this one. Ain't that a beauty? This is really a car. That is a car. Now, this car, oh, this is not the price. This is the year it was made in. Now, I want you to see that this car is $1,175, and look real close. No trickery. You don't see the word down there. Now, as I said before, this car, we're not going to let go at that price or at $960 easy, but it's going to go at $350 tonight. Now, you'll say to yourself, what can I get for $350? I'm going to tell you, a rookin'. Now, I want to call your attention to some of the nice things here. A fog light with built-in fog. Up, we're on the air. Up, boy, up. Boy, hold it, boy. This is an Eisenhower special. You don't know if it's going to run or not. This car was owned by an old lady that only drove it once. She only drove this car once. She sold it right after that nasty train accident. Now, I'm going to tell you more about this car in just a few minutes. Stay tuned in for this. I'd like to call your attention to one thing. It has the original rust-proof job on it here. It has its original rust. Now, we'll get back to our movie and more about our car in just a few minutes.
Here's Red in an early television sketch doing Lord Beaverhead with a cameo appearance by the mean Widow Kid.
I see where Joe Stalin is trying to find a serum that will make him younger. Well, that's not possible, but if you leave it up to us, we'll see that you don't get any older. Now I would like to tell you about our American movie. Tonight, this movie, it was not shot underwater, it just looks that way. This picture has murder, robbery, terror, hate, revenge. It's a story about a boy and his dog. It stars Errol Flynn. He plays two parts. Both the brother and the sister. Still no good, Hello, are you there? Are you there? Would you get me Fort Knox, please? In Kentucky, yes. United States of America. We don't have a Kentucky in England, you know. Hello, Fort Knox. How are you? And now I would like to tell you about our sponsor. Our sponsor is good old Cliveden's Crumpet Juice. Cliveden's Crumpet Juice comes in different sizes. Now, here's the small size to carry around, and there's a prize in every package. Now, here's one in this package here. It's a genuine, well, I really don't know what that is. It's a genuine, isn't it, though? Now, that's in there. And now, in the next size, we have a special prize that comes with that. Got to put my tea away, you know. Tastes like... With this size, you get a prize. A surprise package comes with this one. Every box has a surprise. What'd you do? Nail it down, Sam? Everyone has a surprise. Well, there's supposed to be a surprise in there somewhere. Oh, well, there's a... Oh, time for tea. Now, then we have the larger size, the big, large Crumpet Juice. And with that, we give you a large prize. And this contains all of the vitamins that you'll ever need. Would you step out, please? Would you please? Thank you. That also comes in the plain wrapper. Now, remember...
Good morning, Lord Beaverhead.
Oh, how are you, Ben? Nice to see you, Ben. That's Big Ben. Now I'd like to call your attention. Cliveden's Crumpet Juice makes older men young and young men younger. I hope you keep that in mind. I'll show you what a wonderful product... I gotta hurry. I'm gonna be late for school.
think what would be very good would be to have a large green mixed salad.
A mixed green salad for 1,000 men? Oh, let's not get sickening. Good heavens.
Well, we'll get it all fixed up then. I'll go out here and get it for you.
All right, you go right ahead. Bring it in. If I've got to cook it, boys, I'll bring it in here.
Another radio favorite, Willie Lump Lump, soon made his television debut.
There we are. Hey, did you get that down at the dump? Good. This will be nothing in no time, boy. Well, there we go. No potatoes. Now, here comes the general. No kidding, Vincent.
Eddie! Wow! Sergeant, take this mess down to the dump.
Yes. Wait a minute. You can't take me down to no dump. I'm Willie Lump Lump.
Oh, lay down. I know garbage when I see it.
But his radio character of J. Newton Numbskull was an early television casualty.
At this time, I will endeavor to hypnotize this beautiful lady. Look me straight in the eye.
I can't.
Why?
You're cockeyed.
Yes.
Television allowed Skelton to use his superb talent at pantomime, skills he had developed to perfection since his earliest days in show business. These routines were, of course, impossible to perform on radio.
When he wakes up in that room, I'll bet you anything he'll never take a drink as long as he lives.
What have they done? They have repealed the laws of gravity.
Trying to push TV to its limits, he experimented with special effects, like this bizarre topsy-turvy room.
Oh, no! I gotta get some sleep. Oh, good heavens. I can just rest for a minute. Oh. Oh. I didn't realize that was the... That's what I need.
His success was immediate, and Skelton was honored with 2 Emmys, one for being the best comedian and one for Best Comedy Series during 1951, Red's debut season on TV.
And I would like to thank the ladies and gentlemen of the press and also the ladies and gentlemen of the Academy for voting our show twice. One is they liked our show, and the other is they liked me as a comedian. Well, you've seen them now, so... Ed, do you want to take them? It was really quite a thrill to get something like that, you know. And over at the Academy, it's a funny thing. As I walked in, there were a lot of people outside, and someone yelled, "Red Skelton's in the crowd," and they all turned around and looked at me. Gee, I was so embarrassed. I was sorry I yelled. The autograph collectors, they had a cute idea. For the stars, they would let them sign full sheets of paper, and for the bit players, a half a sheet of paper. Do you ever try to autograph a spitball? Little Richard this week, he came in, they want pet mice. I said, "What do you want with mice?" They said, "They don't brush their teeth, they don't take a bath or anything." He says, "They don't? Tell one of them to move over, he got a new buddy." They went over to Gene Fowler's house the other day, and they raided his cuckoo clock. This is the truth. They took a little cuckoo out of the clock, so I says, "Why did you do that?" He said, "Well, I didn't mean no harm by it, you know." He said, "I saw the cuckoo in there, and I thought maybe I could get some cuckoo eggs and raise my own clock."
And somehow, with all this going on, 1951 saw Red appearing in feature films like Excuse My Dust and Texas Carnival.
Waste no time, my friends, the eyes of Texas are upon you. Just one dime, step up and try your luck.
And don't begin that flippity-floppin', hell's a poppin', never take your time, your time. All you men of the Lone Star State, grab your gal, don't hesitate.
Riding the crest of popularity, 1952 and 1953 saw more films like Lovely to Look At, The Great Diamond Robbery, and one of his last films for MGM, The Clown, a remake of the silent classic tearjerker The Champ, showcase Skelton's considerable dramatic talent.
Goldie's got me a television deal. Coast to coast, a half-hour program. A half hour, the Dodo Delwyn Show.
No kidding.
Yeah. We start rehearsals tomorrow. I got a lot of swell material, too.
I bet you have.
I'm mighty glad you're going to be around to help me because I'm going to kill the people.
I always said you could.
There's no reason why I can't stage a comeback. You'll slam.
You'll be better than ever.
We'll travel all over, personal appearances. Everywhere. Philadelphia, Chicago, Hollywood, Miami. Boy, we'll really...
Yes, sir, the Clown has everything. It's a great show to see and hear, combining heartbreak with hilarious fun.
Towards the end of 1953, Red was undergoing personal problems, including a ruptured hernia in his diaphragm, which caused breathing difficulties. His TV show suffered, and NBC dropped the show. But after recovering, Red performed live at the Sahara Hotel in Las Vegas. He was such a hit that CBS immediately signed him to a TV contract, and Red never forgot the NBC snub.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the...
Taxi!
It's the Red Skelton House.
In 1954, Red's TV show was chosen to present the Look Awards, Of course, before giving out the awards, Red used the event to do an hilarious Marlon Brando send-up.
Look, Red, let's be sensible. There were a lot of great performances last year.
Oh, sure.
What about Marlon Brando?
Yeah, what about him?
You mean that you think that you could be better than Marlon Brando?
Well, the guy wasn't tough enough. He had no, Wait, I'll show you what I mean. Here, give me a coat there. Hold my coat for me, will you? Just as soon as I can get a little, atmosphere in this room, I'll show you how I would have played the thing. Hi, Stella. Hey, you seen Big Jim around here?
Run along, Sonny, and forget about Big Jim. He's tough.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm tough, too. Yeah. I'm playing tough. I'm really tough. Tough's to come. I'm tough. Where I come from, it's so tough when a cat wants milk, he hijacks a cow.
Then Red got down to the almost serious business of giving out the awards.
Congratulations, and there's your award.
Well, thanks, Red, and I want to thank the editors of Look magazine for this wonderful honor.
Well, gee, I got to tell you one thing about my little boy, Richard. He came in the other day, and I said, what's the matter? You look tired. You look a bit drawn. He says, well, naturally, I was a bit drawn. He says, I was up last night watching television, and I got Disney spells. Well, you can't blame him. You see, Valentina, my daughter, writes his material. Again, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Walt Disney. And I was flattered backstage when Mr. Hitchcock looked at me and he compared me to you.
He did? Oh.
Yeah, he looked up and he says, that Skelton's a real lemon.
You squeezed that one for all it was worth, didn't you?
Yes. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Lemmon. Say, you know, I don't like to be catty or anything, but I could have actually been the star of Country Girl.
What do you mean, play my part?
No, Grace Kelly's, but I turned it down.
I don't think you ever could have passed the physical, Red.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't get that till just now, you know. Well, Bing, I'd like to ask you just one little thing, you know.
Red?
Well, you know, I'd like to do a picture with you sometime.
Why?
I want to make Bob Hope feel insecure.
By 1955, Red was firmly established on CBS.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at Studio 31 at CBS Television City, where the new Red Skelton Show, presented by Pet, evaporated milk, and Instant Pet non-fat dry milk, is about to begin.
No wonder it got so warm last night. Oh, brother. I gotta take a shower. I gotta take a shower. Oh, nothing like it. Oh, by the way, this robe was made by my own little wife, Georgia. And if anybody says it's ridiculous, you're right. Well, they didn't make me do it. It's just that I'm proud.
Good morning, Mr. Skelton.
Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. You and that sauerkraut juice again.
My word, it's horribly stuffy in here.
Yeah.
Yes, I think someone ought to open a window. Yes.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Well,
got so hot in here last night, I thought I'd have to get up and take off my socks in the middle of the night.
Really?
Somebody ought to open that window, you know.
Somebody should, definitely.
All right, I can take a hand. I'll do it.
Thank you. Not at all.
I think it's going to be a nice day.
Well, come along, Mrs. Skelton, come along.
Oh, no.
You've got to drink your sauerkraut juice tonic.
I can't stand that sauerkraut
You've got
juice,
to drink it. It's a doctor's orders. Now, listen, Mr. Skelton, sir, if you don't drink this juice, then you can't have your hot chocolate with that delicious, wholesome pet milk for breakfast.
He's going to be around here a long time.
Come along, sir. Drink it all down like a good boy.
All right, like a good boy. Down the hatch.
That's much better now. Not half bad, was it?
Yeah, no, it's all bad.
I'll straighten up your bread, but first
My bread?
Oh.
I buttered it, so I'll line
Mr. Skelton, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
What?
Playing with your son Richard's toys again.
Well, that's a normal sort of a thing. Gee, I mean, weren't you ever a little boy?
Of course not. Much too undignified.
Oh.
Tell me, what else of young Richard's have you smuggled into this room?
Well, nothing. I got nothing else at all. Nothing. No, you don't. There's nothing in here. Reggie, there's nothing in here.
Come away from that door.
Reggie. Oh, guys.
Oh, you felon.
What?
I said you felon.
And don't you forget it.
Dear.
Oh?
Even his little chemical set.
Well, I've always been interested in chemistry. You know that one time I tried to figure out something that would kill gophers?
And did it kill gophers?
Well, the stuff I mixed didn't exactly kill them, but it made everything smell so bad they left on their own.
Really, sir? Even the mix-up happened?
Well, you interested in me?
I am. I'll get the table.
I'm with you. Oh, bring it right over here. Right here.
This is lots of fun.
Thank you.
I'll get the picture.
You get the picture, yeah. Can you get
Here we
one?
are.
There
They're
you
all
are.
ready, sir.
Well, let's see. What shall we start off with? Hydrogen peroxide.
Oh, splendid.
Oh, that ought to do it. Yes, it comes. Phosphorus chloride.
Oh, how attractive.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe that. But if that wasn't written here, I wouldn't be able to say it. And here is one. This is zinc nitrate.
Zinc nitrate?
Zinc nitrate. You may not know this, but the nitrate is much cheaper than the day rate. You get it? Nitrate and day rate?
Yes, of course I get it.
Yeah.
It's very, very funny enough. When I'm off duty, I'll go and have a hearty laugh.
Yeah. Well, here we are. We'll put a little of this in here.
Yes.
That little sulfur. That'll do it. Oh, boy. That's a live one.
Take it.
Oh, boy. No, I don't want it.
I don't want it either. You take it.
I don't want it.
Blow up.
It's some sand. Throw it out the window.
Skelton.
What?
Let's stop behaving like children. Now, come along. You take it.
Yes. What are you doing? I don't want it. Open the window.
Get it out. Get it out.
Oh, sorry,
just in
fellow.
time. You know, you might have blown the whole house up.
There was a lady out there drying clothes.
What's happened?
Huh? The smog cleared up is all. You should always remember that when anything starts foaming, the smog cleared up. The smog cleared up! Good heavens!
Mr. Skelton, do you know what you've been and gone and done?
No, what have I been and gone and done?
You've just discovered the formula for eliminating smog. Patience. Now, as you all know, only this morning, we offered a reward of $10 million. $10 million, yes, for anyone who could come up with a solution for smog. Now, I beg you to be patient. Somebody's sure to come up with the right answer.
Well, they'd better.
Gentlemen of the smog control board, this is serious. Nobody's come up with an answer.
Pardon me. I've come up with a wonderful idea.
We're on a spot. We have only a few minutes before we can find an answer.
You have? Look, I don't know if you know it or not, but I am a fellow that's got just what you're looking for.
Any of you any suggestions?
Don't you see me standing here?
Don't you see me ignoring you? Now, I repeat, any suggestions?
I move we adjourn for a smoke.
I second the motion.
Moved and seconded. But gentlemen, we have time for only one cigarette, so let's be back here in 2 hours.
Wait a minute. There. Well, there's an ambitious little group. and they have a smoke with him.
Smog, sir. Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, what do you got in mind? I mean, yes, I'm looking for someone that I can tell about my formula.
Oh, I see. Your name, please?
No, my name's not Please. It's Red Skelton.
Where were you born?
In a cab. That's a taxi cab. A yellow one. I say it was yellow because it was late at night and it wouldn't hit anybody. See, a yellow cab wouldn't hit anybody. Fifth. When? When the meter hit about $3.25. On top of old Smoky.
Well, how do you do, Mr. Skelton?
All covered. Oh, how do you do?
I'm the new smog czar.
Oh, nice to meet you. Say, well, you're just the guy that I'm looking for. I have,
and this is the new smog board.
Oh, it is really? Oh, a smorgasbord, huh?
We understand that you came here to collect the $10,000 reward.
That's exactly why I'm here. But first of all, I'd like to know what happened to that other bum that was out here.
Oh, we fired him.
Oh, good. Well, anyhow, I've got the new formula.
You got the new formula?
I've got the new formula, and I know how to get rid of the smog.
But, Mr. Skelton, not so fast, because we understand you have the invention, but we'd like to see it.
Oh, well, it's not exactly an invention, you see. It's a chemical formula.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But where is it? Well, come on. Where is it? Come on, where is it?
Wait a minute. I don't think you guys have anything to do with smog.
Are you going to come up with that formula?
I am... I can't hit at all.
Won't sing, huh?
No, I won't sing.
All right, then maybe this'll make you sing.
On top of old Smoke. All right, boys.
Well, let's take him back to the hotel.
No, I'm not saying a word. Hey, got those guns. Those guns. Come on. Stop it. I'm taking it. Will you stop it? I've only got two things to say.
What's that?
Pet milk.
Such a beautiful night. Only there is no smog. Charlie.
Yes, boss?
Charlie, you know I'm expecting Red Skelton. Now go upstairs and put on some skin.
Okay, boss.
Meredith! Meredith! Meredith, Red Skelton is at the door. Let him in.
How do you do? I'm Red Skelton, and Peter Lorre is expecting me. Hi, Pete.
I'm terribly happy to see you, Mr. Skeleton.
Skelton.
I know, Mr. Skeleton. Shake.
Yes. Oh! What's that?
This is only a practical joke. You see, I'm going to become a comedian.
Oh, you're going to be a comedian, huh? Boy, what a straight man you got. How you fix for blades?
Meredith, take his hat off.
Just the hat, not the head!
And his coat.
Yeah. Where did you get this butler?
Oh, you have no idea what trouble I have to keep servants.
Oh.
Sam, don't you see I have a visitor?
Sam?
Oh, pardon me, let me introduce you. This is Red Skelton. This is Sam Skelton.
Yeah, how do you... That's Sam?
He's a very interesting man.
Yeah.
The only trouble, he hasn't got much hair.
He hasn't got much Sam, either.
So long, Sam.
See you later, Sam. Well, it was nice seeing you, Peter. I'll see you around.
You will have to have a drink, don't we?
No.
Darling, shall we have some drinks?
Look,
we have to have one. Artura, meet Red Skeleton.
Yeah, how are you? Glad to meet you.
He looks like a real dead wire to me.
Oh, this kid's slab happy.
Shall we have a toast?
A toast?
To a short life and a miserable one.
Do you sleep on a perch?
Bottoms up.
Well, I don't drink myself, you don't. Pete, I've been poisoned. What have you given me? What? You shouldn't do that to me. What?
That's just plain water, isn't it, darling?
Of course.
Just plain water.
Sure, just plain water? Well, maybe that's why it tasted so funny. I've been drinking nothing but pet milk for the last 3 weeks.
Well, nice spooking to you.
Oh, you know, she's a very nice ghoul.
So nice, so cadaverous, you know. Now, Red, about my comedy show, I think I'd like to start it off with a rousing musical number. You have an advice?
Well...
Oh, this is brilliant, Red.
What?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
I said nothing.
Now, as long as it's a comedy, I think we should have jokes, huh?
Oh, yeah, that would help. Yeah, jokes. So you want to do jokes, huh? Phew. Boy. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll need funny hats. You got any hats? A couple right here. Here. Ooh. Here. Where'd you get these? I haven't seen these kind in years.
They belong to my pallbearers.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, all comedians wear funny hats, see?
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I'm funny?
Believe me. Now, look, here's what I'll do. We meet on the street, and I say, hello, Pete, and you say, hello, Red, and I say, we got a new baby at our house. And you say, is it going to stay? And then I tell a joke. You got it?
Got it.
Got it. Here we go. Boy, it's... Wow. Hello. Hiya, Pete.
Hello, Red.
We got a new baby at our house.
Is the boy or a girl?
What difference does it make?
Makes a lot of difference. Ask any baby.
Look, all you got to do is to come up to me. I say, we got a baby at our house, and you say, is it going to stay? And then I tell the joke. You see? You get it? Okay. Oh. Here we go. Hiya, Pete.
Hiya, Red.
We got a new baby at our house.
Is it... Can I even ask how the mother is?
It's just a joke.
It's no joke to the mother.
Look, all you got to say is it's going to stay, and then I tell the joke. You got it?
Got it.
Oh, gee, boy. Wow. Oh, no, we didn't rehearse. How are you, Pete?
Hi, Red.
We got a new baby at our house.
Is it going to stay?
I guess so. It's got its clothes off. Yeah. Well.
Fine. Now we got the jokes. Now, I'd like to do a domestic comedy, naturally.
Yeah.
You know, husband-wife thing, like Jackie Gleason does, Honeymooners, you know.
Oh?
Do you have some advice?
Well,
Oh, Red, this is one. I've got to call my writer.
I didn't say anything.
I've got to call my writer. This is brilliant.
This guy's gone. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! You've stolen my writers!
Aren't we an intelligent group of writers, huh? Introduce them to you. This is Joe. This is Lou.
Yeah,
and
you
this
don't
is...
have to tell me who this is. This is the guy that gave his other eye to the CBS network. An interesting subject, right?
Red appeared on the CBS drama series Climax in an original teleplay called Public Pigeon No. 1.
One of the traditions of show business is that all comedians want to play Hamlet. The funnier the clown, the more tragic are his acting aspirations. Well, now, tonight we are not going to do Hamlet, but we do have the pleasure of presenting one of America's great comedians, Mr. Red Skelton, in his dramatic debut on television. We ask just one thing. As this is serious drama, please try to keep from laughing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Red Skelton, starring in Public Pigeon No. 1, co-starring Ann Rutherford, tonight on Climax.
Good morning, everybody. Hiya there, Lieutenant Wheeling.
Hello, Rusty.
Rusty? Yes.
What'd you say the name of that company was?
White Eagle Mines, Class A.
Thank you.
Thank you. What you gonna have there, Lieutenant?
You didn't pick up your tip.
Oh, it'll be there when I want it. After all, how far can a dime go these days?
Just give me a glass of milk, Rusty.
Glass of milk, huh? Anything new down at headquarters, Lieutenant?
Don't you ever read the newspapers?
Well, I tried to, but it's pretty hard to read upside down, you know.
Oh, here.
No.
There's a $10,000 reward for the capture of those electronic swindlers, but we'll get them.
Yeah. Say, Lieutenant, have you heard anything about a stock called White Eagle Mines?
Have I ever heard about it?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's a pip.
Oh, you don't say.
That's not even worth the paper it's written on.
No! Oh, I'm sorry. That milk is awful fresh today. I
don't know why.
Are you sure about those stocks?
Those
Those dirty swindlers. How much reward did you say, Lieutenant? Did you say $10,000? It's all right, mister. Don't worry about it at all. It's pretty hard to keep food down in this restaurant, you know. Everybody complains.
You're fired.
Fired? Well, aren't you going to give me some kind of notice? That's notice enough. You broke on both sides. Gee. When things go good, I'll see you around, Lieutenant.
All right.
That'll come in handy now.
Rusty. Well, it had to happen. It always does.
I'm sorry, Edith. Maybe it's for the best, though.
The best? How could you say that?
Well, I had to force myself.
In 1956, while guest hosting on The Shower of Stars, a fellow CBS star paid Red a surprise visit.
What's going on out there? Hey, Jack Binney.
Red, what's happening here? I came over here to do a show. Found no place to park my car. They didn't give me a dressing room. Even the makeup man, he didn't have my name on the list.
Well, you're not supposed to be on this show, Jack.
What?
No, you see, the show tonight is a shower devoted to the talented artists, talented artists who have sold 1 million.
So, oh, I thought it was saved 1 million. I didn't know. I'm off. I didn't know.
You know, he's not kidding about money. He fries bacon in Lux so it won't shrink.
Skelton had made his last movie for MGM in 1953, and with a heavy TV schedule, his film output slowed down. But in 1956, he was back on the screen in Mike Todd's epic Around the World in 80 Days. 1957 saw an interesting development. Red's final starring feature film was based on his 1955 television production of Public Pigeon No. 1.
Don't be chicken, knock me for a loop. Show me lots of loving.
You may as well settle down for a lot of long, loud laughs. For here's just what the doctor ordered. A picture that sets a fast, furious, and exciting pace in mirthful, melodious entertainment. Red may be Janet's big heartthrob, but to everyone else, he's just one pain in the neck.
You're fired, do you hear me? You're fired!
The fun really starts when Red is tagged as public pigeon #1 by stock swindlers who pose as government agents.
I solemnly pledge to uphold the principles of the Bureau. To uphold the principles of the Bureau. Through rain and sleet. Through rain and sleet. Till death do us part. Till death do... You sure we're not getting married? I'm a G-man.
What?
I'm a government agent.
Selling phony stocks?
I'm underground. That's the way we operate.
They made a sucker out of you, and they're still doing it.
Guard. Please see that I don't have visitors on Monday anymore. My wash is piling up.
What kind of a signature is this?
Mine.
Peter Rabbit?
Oh, that. It's a nickname. Kids used to call me Peter Rabbit because of the way I had of walking. Like this. Hippity-hop, hippity-hop, hippity-hop.
By the end of the 50s and early 60s, Red was a television fixture, with many of his characters as famous as he was.
A special message from Red Skelton to all his little friends.
Hi. You know, I sure am lucky to have a job where I can wear funny faces and try to make people laugh. But I got a surprise for you. You know who that is? Freddy the Freeloader. And this is Clem Kadiddlehopper and Deadeye. Friends of mine. Yours too, I hope. Well, the Pet Instant folks have made these wonderful masks especially so that you can have as much fun with them as I do. I locked myself out again. Oh, well, where there's a will, there's a way. Snap it clean. Oh, I did it. Oh, hello, where did... Oh, it was fun shopping in the dump today. Heave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I do believe I've died and gone to heaven. Boy, that smog's getting worse every day. Well, that's not the peas, it's the smog. I'll gorge myself tonight. Beans. Oh, I love beans. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's 3. One of them's moving. Well, everybody out now. Oh, an egg. An egg. Now, why would anyone throw an egg away? It says, oh, it must be a brand name. It says McCoyan. International Airport, 1959. Now, why would it... Personality, all right. Oh, good heavens. Oh, there's the bell.
All right, Mr. Wentworth.
We did it. What are they remaking, the Great Wall?
Perspiration.
What's wrong with that?
It'll ruin my makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Mr. Wentworth, knock him out.
Wait a minute, now, you wouldn't hit a helpless man, would you?
My dear boy, those are the ideal conditions.
Oh, here, I'll knock your kneecap off. Oh.
I did it.
You hit me.
I did.
Yeah?
I did it!
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. He's the kind of fight I want to do all the time. It's the first one I ever won.
Come here.
Mama, you look magnificent.
Would I really? How about a kiss?
Alice,
Oh, thank God you like
But this is Tuesday night, Red Skelton show, so we have a script all prepared here for you. If you'll just look this over here now.
Oh, Lord, you must be clowning. I couldn't do Red's characters.
But this is what Red wants you to do.
Yeah, but the public would think I flipped my wig.
No, but look, we have the sets, we have the costumes, we have the script right here.
But Dick, you don't understand. I'm not a comedian. People would just laugh at me.
We can only hope.
It isn't easy to picture anyone else doing a Red Skelton character. But how about Ed Sullivan? Well, it happened one night in 1961 when Red was sick and CBS asked the great Stoneface to fill in.
Right where the gypsy woman told me. Howdy, folks. All right. Hi, Paul. Hiya, Cal. Oh, those gang spurs always tripping me up. Getting embarrassing. Can't get loose with a spur. Well, have to do it the hard way. That's what I always needed. Open-toed toes.
Pardon me, this must be Freddy The Freeloader.
Either that or a Russian trick. Be careful.
All right, let's wake him up.
Maybe a ruse.
Wake up, you! Gentlemen, you are invading my boudoir.
Excuse me, are you Eddie the Freeloader?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes, if you have a care package. No, if you are coppers.
During the early 60s, another facet of Red's talent, which included the release of an album of Skelton conducting a full orchestra. Red's fame had taken on international proportions. He even did a special program for the delegates of the United Nations.
Mr. Skelton's first pantomime will be that of The Fool and the Feather.
Le premier numéro de pantomime de M. Skelton est intitulé Le Fou et la Plume.
Red's show became so popular that in 1962, CBS expanded the program to 1 hour. And on the very first Skelton hour, Red was joined in the silent spot by another beloved clown, Harpo Marx. Week after week, Skelton rolled out his loony cast of characters to the delight of his millions of fans, like the mild-mannered George Appleby.
Did I see you in the yellow pages? No! Bloody mess to be coming out. He's dead. He's dead. Sorry, old boy. Where is he, madam? There must be a way out of here. Oh.
Boulevard Shagnasty.
Pretty good. Chester's got one of them going. He's got two of them. So you're the Scarface, huh?
Who is this crumb?
Who you calling a crumb?
You, that's who. Okay, I just want to know which crumb you were referring to.
This is Bolivar's shag nest.
Yes, that's spelled with two small snag shags and one big nasty. We all had bets on it.
Bolivar, this is Mr. Scarface. And these are his two boys.
Oh, your boys, huh? Well, will the real Scarface step forward, please? What's up? One of us was wrong somewhere.
Did you get the message?
I got the massage. I was right the first time. I got the massage.
Scarface, sir. Bolivar made the most delicious beer you ever tasted.
Yeah, that's real beer. That's the real bathtub beer.
Are you crazy? I make the greatest beer.
Are you kidding? My beer's 25 proof. Of course, yours is better. It's 38.
I'm going to get rid of him.
Deadeye.
Anybody want to buy him? Don't steal the close-up, will you? This is the only horse in the world with a built-in U-turn. Hey, take him over to the blacksmith shop and get him some elevator shoes. Every time he runs, his stomach dribbles. Say, where's the dancing girl? What happened to my gal Sue? Hey, Sue! Sue! Georgie! Hey, bartender. Who's that hombre?
Why, that's Hondo, the fastest man on the draw in the West.
Don't be silly. I'm the fastest man on the draw. Now, even John Wayne can't do that. I figure any time a prop gets a bigger laugh than me, it's gotta go.
Wait.
Con man San Fernando Red.
I wonder what fur tastes like.
Why?
We may have to eat these things.
Fernando, here they come.
Yeah, get behind the stand, Ruby. Hurry. Get behind there.
I guess they got away.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, so it's not a total loss? Why not?
Oh, come on, San Fernando. We just got to get rid of these hot furs.
Yeah, we'll find some way to do it. Uh-oh. Here comes a prospect. Oh, here comes here comes a sucker. You keep an eye out for the cops. I'll sell him a coat.
All right.
Say, pardon me, sir. You look like an intelligent sucker. How would you like to buy a genuine $2,000 mink coat for only $500?
I don't think so. There must be a catch to it.
Neighbor, I'm going to level with you. These coats fell off a truck that was headed for Beverly Hills. Yeah, I tried to get the driver's attention. I yelled as loud as I could, but I was under a difficult condition.
Difficult condition?
I had my mouth closed. Now, that's a real bargain, friend. A $2,000 coat for $500. No. Buy it for your mother, your sister, wife. Well, how about if you've got a wife, then how about your girlfriend?
Say, that is a lovely coat.
Yeah.
Yes, oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
It's gorgeous.
Well, how about that bald-headed mink? Oh, don't do it. I'm allergic.
And during the 60s, there was still time for a movie or two, like a cameo appearance in Ocean's 11. In the 1965 feature, Those Magnificent Men and Their Flying Machines, Red puts in an hilarious final film appearance portraying man's early and unsuccessful attempts to fly. Skelton's television shows were filled with memorable moments, but some of them were not planned. And it's during these unrehearsed events we can see Skelton's genius for ad-libbing.
Frosty, what did you say?
Young man.
Who?
Now, take it easy, young man. I'm harmless.
Oh, you're harmless? I'm glad to meet you. I'm Clem Kadiddlehopper.
No. My name is Throckmorton. J.P. Throckmorton.
No kidding.
Hey, that's a mighty fine-looking cow you've got.
Isn't that a hunk of beef for you? Sure, boy. That's a nice cow. Right. Feel this muckle. Wait a minute, it's over here. Oh, there it is. Feel, right there. Feel it. How's that for a muscle?
Feels like a wart on a rubber band.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Well, that's fun. Say, two can play at that little game.
Yeah, move it over. What do you think I got down here, a duck?
Boy, they all seem to want this little black box all of a sudden. I wonder what could be in it. Oh, I better not open it. I'll just take a peek. No, I better not either. I'll just pretend it's not there. That's what I'll do. Oh, I wonder what it is, though. Oh, gee, if I could just say what I did at rehearsal.
Sounded desperate. His voice was blood-curdling.
Yeah. Sound like your mother.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know what you got in mind. I'm going down to Florida, and we got...
Telegram for you, Mr. Skelton.
Skeleton.
Skeleton.
This is that Texan I was telling you. A telegram?
Yeah.
Where from, sir?
Western Union.
Yes. I'll read it. Mr. Help me. Now, that shows you how you can get excited reading lines. You know, you get everything mixed up. Love, glub, love, scrub, love, scrub, love. Oh.
You brought a whole army of mosquitoes.
I'd like to see you do that again. I'd like to see you do that again.
I just did it.
Yeah, I had my eyes closed. I didn't see it. Thank you. Welcome.
Cheerio.
Righto.
Righto.
Any more?
No, sir.
Get up. We got one more.
That's on.
In 1970, after 17 years on the network, CBS canceled the Skelton Show. Although the program was still very strong in the ratings, the network had decided it wanted to go after a younger, more urbane audience. They also said the weekly production budget of over $200,000 per week was too high. And so, ironically, in 1970 and 71, found Red back at NBC, where it all started 20 years earlier.
Sweet it is.
With Red and his guest stars.
The show was canceled after 2 seasons. As the mid-70s came along, Red was off television on a regular basis, but he kept very active, making numerous stage appearances, writing and conducting music, and painting. And later in the 80s, Red forged new ground, entertaining yet another generation with his cable TV specials and live concerts. And in 1986, the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences awarded Red their highest honor, the Governor's Award. For over 60 years, Red Skelton has delighted us with his simple, straightforward approach to comedy. He enjoyed making us laugh and usually made himself laugh as well. It's an honest laughter filled with an American spirit that is so much a part of his soul. Richard Red Skelton, a national treasure and beloved clown.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
I sincerely hope that I haven't said or done anything to offend anyone. If I did, I really didn't mean to. I do hope that you had as much fun as I had. It's really a lot of fun to try and make people laugh. I personally believe that each and every one of us was put here for a purpose. That's to build and not to destroy. And if by chance someday you're not feeling well, and you should remember some silly little thing that I've said or done, and it brings back a smile to your face or a chuckle to your heart, then my purpose has been served for my fellow man. May I wish you all continued success, and God bless. Good night.